I'm just glad to hit Infrasound when I did. My first year was 2019.
Nice.
When was your first year at Infrasound?
2017. I was pretty on point with it. 2016 as well, and 2015 honestly, but I just like didn't make it out. But like I had friends there and everything. And I was like supposed to be there, so it just kind of happened. And then 2017 almost didn't happen, but I had a friend show up and he wanted me to drive him to Bisco. Like it was like his birthday weekend. He was like, dude, like let's just drive. Like I'm trying to go to Bisco. And I'm like, if you give me the keys to the car, we're driving to Infrasound. Like there is no ifs, ands, or buts. And he was like,
One
all right.
stop.
Yeah. I was like, I will get you there, but you are not going to Bisco. I'm sorry, dude. I was like, we were going to Infrasound. We're seeing Tipper. We're seeing Caspa. Like. It was definitely a fun weekend, my first weekend. So you never went to Highbridge then? Your first year was at Harmony?
Yup, it was the first year at Harmony.
Yeah. That was an awesome year. Tipper was there that year as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that was awesome. I had a fat crew for that one, so that was really cool because like it felt like all the Infra fam really came out for that one and wanted to show love to the new spot and everything. And it definitely was kind of like some tough love at first, like. I'm not a huge fan of silent disco in general, and Infrasound probably is the most proper silent disco I've ever seen.
It pops off. Dude.
Yeah, but it's still like I went to Infrasound when it was 24/7 music for 4 days straight with these systems that are like the best in the world, So it was definitely kind of a stake in the heart to not to have this like sound system looking at you and not be able to hear it go full blast all night long, but. It definitely is very proper, and I think Infrasound has kind of blossomed into something new, and it's definitely become more community-friendly, I guess. Like, Infrasound kind of wasn't for the weak at Highbridge, Like, I feel like some people might have heard about it and went out there, and then you deal with the rain and everything that came with it at Highbridge, and it was a lot. You definitely had to kind of tough it out at times, and Harmony's very peaceful. It's a very tight-knit, great spot.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
from the history behind it, I'm just glad, the festival seems to have found a home that people really latch onto.
Definitely, because it definitely had some issues bouncing around before, and even like police presence at Highbridge and stuff. Like they really did not want that festival there. You can even feel it as an attendee, So it felt rough, even though you were having a great time. It felt rough, and at Harmony, you don't have any of that.
Shout out Harmony, shout out Infrasound, shout out Zoe.
For real.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I was bummed to miss Equinox, but. We'll make it back. We'll make it back.
Equinox looked awesome too. I really like that they had the treehouse out where like the pyramid is. Yeah. I don't know. It feels right. I went back. I guess it was Equinox last year, maybe the year before, when they brought the treehouse back for the first time, and it was on main stage for Equinox. Oh yeah. That was awesome. That was super cool. It was dope having the treehouse back, but it feels right being out in those trees where like the pyramid usually is. I want I don't know. This might be a crazy request. It feels like they don't want to do it. But I want the treehouse where like the pyramid usually is out in those trees, and then I want the pyramid up in the dome because they usually have like either the sound system in front or like it gated off like on that one side where the speakers usually are, and then like they have the 360 stage in the middle, which their new 360 stage looks sweet too. Like I haven't seen their railing system like that until this year, and I wasn't there, but it looks awesome. And but I think the pyramid there, the way they set it up back at like the trees where it's just like the pyramid in the system kind of making its own barrier, I think it would work really well in that dome, like at the very end of it, and kind of give like a little bit more space maybe for like dancing, which doesn't really matter in there. But I think that with like visuals on the pyramid and the visuals overhead when we can get them would be sweet. And then like the portal stage where they have it on main stage like this year for Equinox, I meant to say, like when they have the portal on the main stage, like I think it looks really good there. It fills it out real nice where I don't know. It definitely looks good in the dome too, but I think it looks good on main stage as well.
Oh yeah, they put the treehouse over on was it right against the water this year? I haven't seen that personally, but I like just being like close, almost touching it. I feel like that kind of brings you into the trees and brings the trees down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's an awesome feel. It brings the whole thing together. Treehouse is just kind of that stage though. It's kind of always felt that way. Like every time I've been in front of the treehouse, it feels like you're just consumed with everything around you.
Did you see that picture of the speaker stack going around with the little dude on it?
Yeah. People thought I was serious when I reposted that on Facebook because like my friend posted like a picture of the actual stack, and then he posted that one of the guy and like shrink him down. And I said something like funny about it, and people like took me seriously, so I had to post like the real pictures of the stack to like show people like I know like what's actually there, but it's still funny.
It popped off in the scene, like it went around, and I was like taking notes. So I'm like, okay, fake as hell, but I'm like, it's all wind,
right?
Like,
Definitely.